Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about the IMG gene. So it's increasing melon gene, and this is in Colombian red-tailed boas. When they're born they look pretty much normal, but as they get older, every time they shed they just get a little darker until, you know, they go pretty much black. Now I'm going to show you some different ages and different genes to kind of show you what the IMG gene kind of does. One thing that I've noticed to determine on some of them when they're babies, they're not real black, if they're IMG, the head stamp, there's an outline of white around that. Normally there's a cross right there, but there's an outline of white right there. That stands out, and especially when you're getting into the albinos and the sunglows, that's an easy way to tell. But yeah, so this one's a year old. You can see his belly scales are starting to go black. His side pattern's starting to go black. And the last thing that'll go black is just these marks, these white marks here and on the side here. Those might not ever go black there. But anyway, that's a normal. Let me show you what it does in the Motley. Well, here, I'll show you a normal adult. Hold on. Okay, so here is a 5-year-old IMG normal. So you can see how dark he's gotten, but you can see there's still patches of, you know, lighter color scales, which I think will always be there. I don't think they'll all go black. And you can kind of see on his head as well that outline around that stripe. But he's still pretty black. Let me get a better angle here. All right. So let me show you one that's the exact same, but with the albino gene. Okay, so this is an albino IMG. No other pattern morphs or anything like that. So this one, you know, as a baby, is a little hard to tell. You know, I kind of went back and forth because sometimes you just don't see what you want to see. But the eyes kind of gave it away. The eyes in an albino are going to be deeper red, richer red in the IMG than a normal. And you can see how the white is coming through. So he's got white right there, white over there. So he's a proven breeder, so he has produced IMGs. So it doesn't do a whole lot in albino, but when you add the hypo in, it does. So I'll show you one of those in a little bit. So that's an albino IMG. Okay, this one here is a IMG Motley. So the IMG Motleys to me are the best combo, because you're going to get a super black snake. This one here is this year's baby, and this one is a super black snake already. And I mean, they don't normally come out this black. They normally turn that black, but they don't normally come out that black. So this is a super black one. This one will go solid black. Maybe some scales on the chin. Sometimes they don't go black, but yeah, super cool combo if you want a black snake. And now I will show you a 3-year-old or 2-year-old. What is it? I don't know. 2-year-old? Okay, so it's a 2-year-old. So this is my 2-year-old IMG Motley. And you can see she's almost solid black. You can still see some of the circles in there, and some of her head scales are still haven't turned, but everything else is turned. And I mean, her belly scales Now she's going blue, so she does look blue on the bottom. But yeah, that is a perfect combo. Look at that black snake. Can't wait till she's like 8 feet long in solid black. That's gonna be really cool. All right, so let me show you a couple more combos. All right, here is a Hypo IMG. Okay, so you hypomelanism and then the melanism. So it kind of fights against each other. So this snake will not go solid black. But it does some cool stuff to the eyes. Eyes get golden. And they get that really cool looking mustache. But you can see, you know, overall, it hasn't done much. You can see black on the sides, belly scales, be kind of darker. But now when you add the albino to this, that's when it starts getting good. So let me show you some of that. All right, so this is a Sunglow IMG. And this isn't a real extreme, you know, bright snake. I held him back because I like the zigzag pattern that they had. You can see the white starting to come in here and on the sides. Also on the head stripe there, you can kind of see a pink hue on either side. That gives tells you that it's IMG. So I have this one's sister as well, and I'll show you that. She's a little bit more colorful. Alright, so this is his sister. And you can see she's got quite a bit more color than he does. She has that zigzag pattern as well. So the weird thing in that litter is every single IMG, Hypo, Sunglow basically, had the zigzag pattern. If it wasn't an IMG, it did not have the connecting saddles, and that's kind of weird. Never seen that before. But yeah, what a good looking snake. You can see the eyes on this one are really red. Well, I got one more from this litter. It's an Albino IMG Motley. Let me show you her. Okay, looks like she's going into shed too. So this is an IMG Albino Motley. And these can kind of be hard to tell sometimes when they're born, but how you tell is the tail will be white. And you can see how the older she gets, the lighter the white, you know, the white goes up. And then these circles, these yellow circles here will remain, and this white will kind of fill in around them. So it'll be a white snake with yellow circles when it gets bigger. Or at least the one I used to have, that's how it was. But yeah, so that's pretty much the IMG gene. I'm a big fan of it. I love it. So I'm going to just keep throwing different combos in. I'm going to try and do Aztec next year. I'd like to see what it does to that. And maybe Arabesque at some point. So, alright. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hey, and if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up for me. Thanks.